Welcome to the PEI Business Podcast. I'm Jennifer Evans from Stingray. And on this week's episode, we're sitting down with Sharon Quann. Sharon is the founder and creator of Quannessence Skincare. Sharon has created a national skincare company that her products are sold in high-end salons and spas right across Canada, with new expansion coming to the Caribbean. And the best part, it's all happening in Summerside, PEI. It's the PEI Business Podcast, brought to you by Innovation PEI, where we're celebrating island business. Well, this week's guest on the PEI Business Podcast is Sharon Quann, and Sharon is the owner of Quannessence Skincare in Summerside, PEI. Welcome to the podcast, Sharon.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, we are here in our Stingray studios. This is where we film the podcast. And because Stingray, we're a music company that many people know us as, we're asking every guest on the podcast the same question, and just to see if there's any similarities between all of our amazing PEI entrepreneurs. So first question is pretty easy. What is your all-time favorite concert you've ever seen?
I'd have to say Michael Bublé.
Oh,
He was fantastic. He's an entertainer. He makes you feel part of the whole concert. That was actually my ultimate.
And where did you see him?
I saw it in Halifax.
Oh, good answer. Good answer. All right, we're keeping track. And at the end of our 10 weeks, we'll see if there's any similarities in entrepreneurial music tastes. So let's talk about your company. And if you're from Summerside, people are probably familiar with your in-person spa and the treatments that you provide to islanders. But behind the scenes, there's a whole manufacturing business that's happening where you are selling and distributing your products to salons and spas right across Canada. How did that transition happen from you, the esthetician, to you, the manufacturer?
Well, first of all, I'm a professional esthetician, so I believe in providing professional products, professional grade, medical, natural solutions to skincare. So my theme is for the love of healthy skin. So it's all about creating products that have no toxins, that are not going to do any damage to the skin, and only going to create hydration and rejuvenation to the skin. So I've been in aesthetics for, like you said, 40 years, probably on like 15 years into it. I just wanted to create something that was totally unique, holistic, and harm to none.
So you weren't really happy with the products that you were using and thought, I can do better.
I wanted to do better,
and
and I wanted to make PEI the place to do it.
Yeah.
Because PEI is just so rich.
Right.
In so many things, in our science and our soil. And so I wanted it to be based out of PEI and to gather as much products as we possibly could from PEI.
So very visionary for having that vision, because you're in a really super competitive category. There's a lot of skincare on the market. What really sets your product apart? What makes you different?
I think that the ingredients, the peptides, the plant-based products that we use, that we create, they're functional for the skin. They create a healing effect for the skin, moisturize, and they do exactly what we say it's going to do. We don't put any fluff on the label or in the products.
Right. So you talk a lot about, you've been in the business for so long. You've done a lot of your training actually in Germany, your advanced training. And you talk about how that really influenced your belief in your core principles when providing and creating skincare. How did Germany influence you so much?
Well, I studied at the WALA, so that would be Dr. Hauschka. He's long passed, but his principles are still very much alive. They grow all their own ingredients. They harvest them, and then they create their products in the lab. And when I went there many, many years ago, I was in such awe of how they did it. So like we would have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning if the roses were ripe, and we would pick the roses for their rose cream.
Wow.
So it really inspired me. And coming from PEI or living on PEI, I was like, I need to do this in PEI.
Yeah.
Had no idea how I was going to do it, when I was going to do it. But I knew I would do it.
So is it difficult to source all natural products today?
Yes, it is difficult. We definitely have supply challenge issues because we're trying not to buy from the U.S.
Right.
When we do, the tariffs are ridiculous. We're trying to keep the product at a reasonable price that people can afford. But right now we're hitting lots of roadblocks.
It's a challenging time for everyone.
Very much so.
So when you started the manufacturing side in 2011, your goal at that point, your business plan was you were hiring distributors who would then sell your products to salons and spas across Canada. And that was working great.
Mhm.
And then this little thing called COVID happened. And all your retailers were shut down as
Yeah.
all the salons and spas were closed, like so many other service
Mhm.
businesses. So you quickly had to come up with plan B. Tell us what that was.
So what we did, we had an e-commerce site. We actually had it built before
Okay.
COVID, but because we work with distributors, we help spas and estheticians to sell the product. We don't want to compete with them. So when everything shut down, we had no choice but to open up the store and allow estheticians to purchase at that point. And then we just remained it, selling it as a retail.
And that works well for
It
you
works
today.
very well.
Yeah,
Very well.
absolutely. So is it tough to constantly stay one step ahead of your competition? Because again, it's competitive and you're having to launch new products quite frequently. What's your kind of research? How do you stay so relevant in today's marketplace?
Well, I just look at I'm still a practicing esthetician, so I work 2 days a week in the spa. And so you see what's going on in people's skin, you see what their questions are that they're asking for, what's missing in your brand, what's missing in other brands. And again, I want to base everything on a holistic, um, honest type of business so that whatever we tell you is going to happen to your skin will happen. So I think that I was just blessed with a very healthy, active mind. And I seem to know what is missing and what I want to create for my clients, for my business in the most natural possible way.
I think that's key to the fact that you're still working 2 days a week on the front line. So you really are being able to connect with your customers firsthand and know what are today's challenges. Is it, our environmental differences and changing the environment? Is that taking play, additional stress on people? I'm looking at your skin and it is flawless. So you're definitely a great walking billboard for your business. But for those of us who maybe haven't been blessed with super great genetics or worship the sun a little too much in our early teens or just additional stress and hormones and all those factors, which can be challenging for skincare. You really believe, though, there are 4 key factors that anybody can do, despite genetics, despite previous damage, that will improve your skincare. Kind of give us those little secrets today.
Well, I certainly believe in hydration. Lots of water.
Big water bottle here.
Big innovation water.
Yes.
Water is the key. So probably 2 liters a day. If you can add some electrolytes to it, that helps to bind the water to the body so that you're not causing your kidneys to overwork. The other thing would be good skincare, good healthy skincare. Exfoliation. Exfoliation is the key to any skin being rejuvenated, getting rid of all the dead cells on a weekly basis so that your products can actually work better for you.
Okay. Most of us don't do that, do we?
No.
No. We
But
don't
it's
know
so,
to do,
so
that.
important to
Yeah.
exfoliate your skin
Yeah.
at least once a week.
Okay.
And the other, fresh air, sleep.
Sleep.
And my personal favorite is vitamin D.
Okay.
And we really need at least 20 minutes of sun exposure. I don't mean go out and bake in the sun and sizzle or anything like that, but the vitamin D is so detrimental to all of our well-being, our emotional, our physical, our autoimmune system. You can even sunbathe looking out the window. You're still getting sun. You're still getting the rays.
I wish you were selling a product that would give us that additional sleep that we all needed. But those are great things because sometimes we just think, oh, forget it. I can't do anything about it. So those are kind of 4 key things and adding in the all natural skincare products too. I love your philosophy on aging. And you purposefully have not called any of your products anti-aging. You call them age softening. And why is that so important to you?
Well, it's a privilege to age. And I think we all have the ability to grow old with grace. Doing all these fillers and these, I mean, it's not my thing. I don't judge anybody for doing it for whatever reason they want to do it. But I think that growing with grace is much more attractive.
Age softening.
Age softening is our way of helping people with those issues that bother them.
Right.
Crow's feet, the
Right.
upper lip, the neck. So we keep creating things that are signature to our brand and the active ingredients that come from nature, that come from plant botanicals, that help us to rejuvenate our skin.
So today you are, in addition to being right across Canada with your products, you're about to launch in the Caribbean. How exciting is that?
That is very exciting. We started this project last year, and we have 3 key people that are wanting to, or companies that are wanting to export into the Caribbean. It's a very exciting time, and we're very close in signing the deal.
So the next time we're at an all-inclusive in one of those spas, we may be having products from Summerside PEI.
That's right.
Yeah, that's pretty neat story. Now you're also getting set this spring to launch a brand new product. Perfect timing because the product is?
It's an SPF 39. It's 100% natural zinc oxide sunscreen. It will have a tint in it because otherwise zinc oxide will make your skin white. So it has
Not a great look. Yeah.
Not really. But the tint basically goes with everybody's skin type. And it also has a special ingredient that I'm not going to say, but I have a very special ingredient that very much helps with stopping hyperpigmentation.
Do you recommend that people are wearing sunscreen 52 weeks of the year? Or are you?
It would be recommended,
Yes.
especially with people in front of screens. All of that stuff has an impact. You really need sunscreen in the winter because the sunlight off the snow causes more damage than just being in the sun or sunlight off the water. That's where you get your real damage as well.
But how long, what's the process like from the moment you said, I want to create a sunscreen to I'm ready to launch? Like how long is that? Is it a long?
The sunscreen one was an extremely long process. It was a 4-year process. We worked with the National Research Council on this because it was a very special formula and a tricky formula. So it actually took us 4 years from the time that we started until the time that we received our NPN number. So when you're doing sunscreen, you either have to have an NPN number for Natural Products Canada or a DIN number for medical license. So we're obviously in the natural products division, and it took us that long to do that. We had to do about 3 different studies to get the number 39. And a lot of people, I'm sure, are going to say, well, why didn't you go for 40?
Right.
I'm quite happy with 39 because each time you get turned down, you have to start all over and do another process and do another skin safety study and stuff. So it's a long process.
So consumers can be very confident in buying this product because it's not something that just goes from idea to the lab and on the shelves. It's there's a lot of due diligence.
There's a lot of due diligence, and Health Canada is involved. Everybody's involved.
Did you ever want to give up through that 4 years and went, it's not worth it?
You know what? God didn't give me the give up button. I should have given up a long time ago with all kinds of things that happen to people in business, people that try to take you down, people that discredit you, but you just keep going. And for some reason, I've been blessed with that.
To keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going, yeah. 4 years is a long time, so you really are committed to that product. Let's talk about some of the team that's behind the scenes with you, because you have an entire team that's involved in the product development and research and packaging. And
we have an incredible team. It's a small team, but we all work really well together, very family orientated. We pick everybody ourselves. There's 10 of us that work in the company. We just hired 2 new people yesterday. So there's actually 6 in the Summerside location. Then we have 2 educators, one in Alberta out west area, one in New Brunswick that covers New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, and then, as well as Quebec. And then we have a marketer and a sales person. And so we create everything from scratch. We create the formula. We make the product by hand. We fill the packaging, the containers, the serum. We do everything by hand. We package it and ship it out from our Summerside location.
Everything is happening.
Absolutely. Everything is happening in Summerside. And it's a very niche market because not many people are doing their own fulfilling and creating. It's usually farmed out.
So along the way, probably through this product development process, you've had some great support from Innovation PEI, and they've really helped you and have been able to guide you and probably keep you committed to, let's try again. Let's get this product approved again. You want to talk a little bit about that?
I don't think I'd be here if it wasn't for Innovation PEI. Joan Turner-Adams was the first person who believed in my project and the first person who helped me get this research, all of our ingredients, and then get it to market. Now we're working with Ben and everybody else at Innovation, and truly without them, we wouldn't be here because it's a very difficult road to be on all by yourself.
It's a little lonely, isn't it?
Yes, very much so. So we have full support of Innovation, Emergence. It's incredible. It's really incredible.
Well, it's an incredible story. And I think it's interesting to meet the entrepreneurs we are on this series and to see someone like yourself who's committed their entire career, 40 years, to skincare and still expanding into new markets, launching new products. Like, what is it that keeps you motivated and keeps that passion going 40 years later?
I'm just excited every day. I wake up every day happy. I can't wait to get to work. Can't wait to get to the office. I sometimes get ideas at nighttime, write them down in the morning, and then present them to Tora, my general manager, and say, "What do you think? Do you think we could make this?" So I come up with all the ideas. Tora puts it all together because she has the science background, and it just really, really works. And then we have a team that works in the lab that makes everything for us once we have a formula that we're happy with. But it's such a pleasure to be able to create something in your mind first, and then see it down on paper, and then you get to see it in the bottle.
And see it in a store.
That's like so amazing.
Yeah, and somebody walking out with your product and so happy about it. Any advice for new entrepreneurs that are just kind of getting in and thinking, oh, I've got an idea, but I think it's going to be too hard?
Never give up. Yes, it's hard. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Right.
But you have to be passionate about what you're doing and what you want to put out into the world and what you want your legacy to be.
Great advice. Sharon Quann, Quannessence Skincare, thank you so much. And I'm going to try some of your products.
Yes, you are.
Thank you.